Hi guys, I am back with another video to show you how I prepare my white dumpling. I do not know how you call it in your country, but I'm gonna show you how I do it in my kitchen. You put the flour in the basin, you put a little bit of salt. It doesn't matter how you put the salt. You could sprinkle the salt on the flour or you can add it in the water. Mix the salt properly together with the flour. Guys, this is how the flour have to look like after you mix it. This is what it's gonna look like. This is it, very hard. Back to show you all how I prepare the dumpling. This is the dumpling. I do not know what name you call it in your country, but I leave one piece to show you all how to knead it. This is the water already boiling on the stove. Remember when I started I put salt in the flour. Now if you want, I said if you want, you're gonna put a little bit of salt in the water again. Sometimes you might pour a little bit of oil or a little bit of a little piece of garlic if you want. Now this is the dough. This is how it is. It's your choice. You're gonna do it like this. Back home, this is how I raised. My mom was doing it like this. But with me, I do not like big dumpling. I like very small dumpling. So I'm gonna cut it in two. This is it. You knead it, you take a piece, you knead it. It's gonna be like this. Then you're gonna take it, whatever size you want it, you're gonna cut it. Okay? This is it. I know some people like it big, some people like it small, and this is a long one. See? Then that piece, now you're gonna take it and cut it into small pieces. Very small pieces the way you want. I do not like big dumpling, no. If I come to your home, you give it to me, it's okay. But with me, no, I don't like big dumpling. I like it small. Remember the water boiling already with the salt inside of it. So you just need to cut. Make sure your water is boiling, hot water. Because if you put it in cold water, it's gonna stuck, however you want to call it. So, easy way of cooking in your kitchen with what you have. This is the dumpling. You see how it end up coming? This is it. Then you take it and you're gonna drop it in the water, but be careful when you drop it in the water. Be careful, because the water can splash and it's hot water. It can hurt you. Okay? This is the base. It's empty. And then you're gonna take a spoon and pass it inside of it. Not too rough, very light, because you do not want it to stuck in the pan. And you leave it to boil. You don't cover it, because if you cover it, it's gonna steam and dirty all the stove. So while I'm at that, let it boil. Then I'm gonna prepare my stewed turkey, but not with gravy browning. Like I said, everything I stew, when it comes to meat, I use turmeric. This is turmeric from my country. Very strong, very good. I'm gonna put my pot to get hot. This is the turkey, my hand clean. It's yours. So you cook the way that you want in your kitchen. This is the turkey. I had seasoned it already, so this is how it's gonna be. Okay? So I'm gonna let my pan get hot. While cooking, I like to clean the dishes so they don't have too much dishes. Very easy to cook with whatever you have at home, your way, your style. But I'm just showing you how you can do it with different stuff you have at your home. You have at home. So today lunch gonna be white dumpling. I do not know how you call it in your country. It's gonna be white dumpling and stew turkey. You could call it curry turkey because it's gonna be using either curry or turmeric. But with me, I use turmeric. I do not use gravy brownie. No, I don't. It have years I don't use it. It's okay. I'm not saying, don't take me wrong. I'm not saying it's not good to use, but for me, I do not use it. But if that's what you have at home, you can try it. Now, you have a choice of using whatever oil you have to stew your meat or to use in your kitchen. But just remember, when you're cooking, you're not cooking for yourself alone. Some people might do not like olive oil. Some might like this oil. So just remember, when you're cooking for the family. So I'm going to go with this oil, or you can use water to burn the turmeric. You could use a little bit of water to burn the turmeric. But I'm going to go with a little bit of oil to burn the turmeric, because for some people, if they don't burn the turmeric, it's going to send them to the washroom very often. So it's best for you to burn the burn the turmeric. So I'm going to go with a little bit of oil because the turkey have a lot of oil in it. So you have to be careful. So I'm going to go with a little bit. This is the seasoning I'm going to use today. I prepared off camera. So this is the seasoning. Whatever seasoning you have at home, you can use it. You can use any seasoning you have. You do not have to use all the seasoning I have. Whatever seasoning you have at home, you can cook with it. Now I'm gonna use a little bit of the turmeric to burn. The turmeric is very healthy. Very, very, very. You could do your own research on turmeric. It's very healthy to use. I use turmeric every single day that I cook. So I'm gonna burn the turmeric. The dumpling is cooking very nice, my pea pearl. Very, very, very nice. Today lunch is gonna be very easy. So the turmeric is burned already. Now you're gonna pour your meat. But when you pour in your meat, you have to be careful, eh? Very careful. Okay? So now I'm gonna let the turkey take a little boil. I didn't add no water, nothing inside of it. So I'm gonna let it take a little boil. I'm gonna wash my bowl right away. I hate dirty dishes. I love to clean while I'm cooking. It makes the place very clean. It's taking nice color already. Very nice color. Just let it take a little boil again because I want all the meat to take the turmeric. Now that the meat is taking all the turmeric is covering the meat, now I'm gonna go with my seasoning. I have a lot of garlic. I use a lot of garlic. So now I'm gonna pour my seasoning in the meat. On my garlic, I'm gonna squeeze my garlic. I have like 6 heads of garlic. I love garlic. It's yours, so you can pick up anything that fell. Okay. Now you're gonna mix all the seasoning in the chicken, in the turkey, so everything can cook together. So now you're gonna cover it back. Okay, this is the way that I cook in my kitchen. And my dumpling, I have to monitor it because I don't want it to stuck in the pan. Guys, how you will know that your dumpling is finished cooked or it cooked? Once it's floating, it has to be floating on the water. That's how you will know it's cooked. Okay, now you're gonna take it off the stove. That is it. That's the dumpling. Then you're gonna put, if you don't have something like this because it's small, then you're gonna put the cover of the pan on the pan and you're gonna strain it out. But if you have one of these, then you're gonna put it in the sink and pour it in the sink. So you see the water, all the water is draining from the dumpling. This is it. All the water come out. Then whatever container, a breakable container, a plastic container, anything you have, then you're gonna pour it. This is it. You're done. You're done with it. Okay? Now I'm gonna rest it right there. Now with the turkey wings, I didn't add any water, but it have a lot of water. But turkey wings is something that is hard, so you have to add water in this one. It's a must. You have to. So the turmeric cover all the meat. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of warm water, like 1.5 cups of water. Try to pour it at the side of the pot or anyhow. Okay, I pour 2. Okay. Now since you have all your seasoning and you had already seasoned the meat before, you will have to taste it's yours, it's in your kitchen, you taste it how you feel like. Some people will taste like this. Some people will pour it in a spoon and taste it. Whatever, how you feel comfortable tasting your food, you you taste it. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of all-purpose seasoning. Not much, because all these things have salt. A little bit of Ohio if you have fun. If you have, be careful because these things have salt. A little bit of black pepper. Not too much because you had already seasoned the meat with black pepper. And Maggi cube, whatever name you call it in your country. If you don't have it, you do without it. But that, you can use that to, if you don't have the Maggi cube. And then you mix everything together and you let it boil. It's different from, it cooked different from chicken wings and chicken because it's a hard meat. So you're gonna cover it and let it boil, and that's it. Hi guys, I'm teaching you how to cook very easy with what you'll have in your kitchen. Whatever you have, you can do it. You can cook a meal with what you have. Guys, this is the finished touch of the meal today.